Hello, Lynne Ward here from Broadroots. Well, we can't all be together in the field at Glenham this year, which is very sad, and there's a little sad face to show that. But here we are in our garden in Alton Broad, near the most easterly point of the UK. Ness Point is 1 mile as the crow flies from us, and that's the Broadroots stage for 2020, where we're going to bring you some folk music. There's a lovely fairy who's actually making a wish that all this goes okay, because we've been asked to make a little film from our garden. Now, John Ward is around somewhere. I haven't found him yet, but let's go through here. There are some vegetables that we grew and harvested. John's guitar's there, and the Broadroots sign, so he's around somewhere. I know, perhaps he's been writing another wonderful folk song for us. Let's have a look. Oh, let's move on from that. Okay, so this is a border that we planted up during lockdown with lots of colourful sunflowers, cosmos, dahlias, zinnia and sweet peas, and some of those flowers would have found their way onto the Broadroots stage this year. Just coming up to our greenhouse, with my name spelt wrongly, where we've been, just like the talent that appears on Broadroots every year, we've been nurturing new little plants and keeping some of the old mature plants growing. We've got chilies, peppers, aubergines, basil, tomatoes, all growing nicely there. And there's a lovely pond that John made for us during lockdown, with sunflowers growing in front of them, looking lovely. The tomatoes are ripening nicely, and we're harvesting the onions at the moment, drying them off. And there's our best harvest of figs that we've had since we planted the tree 5 years ago. And I think the reason for that is her, our lovely garden goddess, looking over us, and our green man. Down into the vegetable plot, although we do plant vegetables just anywhere in the garden, I think John's been doing some digging. So walking back from the vegetable plot, still haven't found John. I don't know where he is. John, where are you? Ah! There he is.
Hello. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our little look around the garden. Normally filled, of course, with the happy sounds of our Broadroots volunteers, brutes as we call them, romping together, making happy music. But not this year, I'm afraid. But we do have Christina, Alden and Alex Patterson coming around to do some wonderful music, because they're always so good. So I hope you've enjoyed our little talk. And over to Christina and Alex now. Croquis crew.
Croquis crew.
We're in John and Lynne's garden, and it's beautiful. And we've actually got an audience with John and Lynne.
John and Lynne.
The biggest we've had for 5 months.
So those first tunes, both of those were written by Alex. The first one he wrote whilst I was binge watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and the tune just came to him and he sang it into his phone, and then we recorded it. And then the second one was a tune that we wrote for our good friends Mary and Joe, who got married last summer, and that was our wedding gift to them. We're going to carry on with a new song. We've been writing lots of new songs and tunes, and this one is about the Norfolk Broads and about all the people that dug the peat and made these trenches, and then the water filled up and made the Broads, and it's called Dig Away.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So that was Dig Away. And we're going to carry on with another new song of ours called The Fox Song.
This is a story about an Arctic fox that travelled from Norway to Canada in 76 days, at 2,000 miles. It was one of the longest ever recorded journeys in the shortest period of time by a land mammal. And we found this story and we wrote a song about it. Unfortunately, this research group in Norway tracked this fox with a collar, and the collar fell off, and they never found out what happened to him. It's called the Fox Song. One, two,
So that was the Fox Song. As we're on an animal theme, we're going to carry on with another song of ours called The Greenland Shark.
And this was inspired by a Netflix shark movie?
No, it wasn't.
Sorry.
I wish it was. So I read an article about the Greenland shark, which apparently can live up to between 200 and 500 years old, which is pretty old. Apparently they live right at the bottom of the sea, and they spend their days looking for a mate. And I just really like the idea that you have this massive animal living at the bottom of the sea, and then the world completely changing above it and it having no real clue. And this is called Greenland Shark. 500 years I swam these seas, calling, calling for you in ancient waters, lay my way, calling, calling for you so many miles below the earth where the fish and flounders roam. Light is carried far from me and I'll carry these old bones. They cast their nets in icy seas, calling, calling to me with harping, shooting spears and rope, calling, calling to me through glassy waters I have seen, calling, calling to me the rising kings and empires fall, calling, calling to me so many miles below the earth where the fish and flounders roam. Light is carried far from me and I'll carry these old bones. For my eyes tell the tale of the things I have seen. No, you'll never know me. For my eyes tell the tale of the things I have seen. No, you'll never know me. I once belonged to northern tides, calling, calling to me when Nordic gods lit up the skies, calling, calling to me 500 years I swam these seas, calling, calling to you I cannot tell you what I've seen, calling, calling to you so many miles below the earth where the fish and flounders roam. Light is carried far from me and I'll carry these old bones. So many miles below the earth where the fish and flounders roam. Light is carried far from me. So many miles below the earth where the fish and flounders roam. Light is carried far from me and I'll carry these old bones. John and Lynne are doing some air clapping. We were talking about whether they should do an applause after each song, and we decided that maybe just two people clapping wasn't the best idea.
We might have made the wrong call.
Yeah.
It's not too late, guys.
It's not too late.
We've still got two
Go
more.
wild.
We're going to do a song called Brooklyn. This was inspired by the lovely novel Brooklyn.
And the film.
And the film. Go on, tell the story.
Yeah, so this is basically a song about, I guess, immigration, but also about anyone that's had to leave their home and make a new life somewhere else, and kind of the juxtaposition of perhaps feeling excited about making a new life, but also the sense of loss of maybe family or your old home or memories that you had in the old place. And yes, this is called Brooklyn. From a small town, and I'm a stranger now. Leave the coast on a wild shore. From
streets are unfamiliar. Down the stairs to the basement room. I make small steps in the dark halls of the old town. Walk beside me to the boarding house. If I knew the way home, I'd follow you down that road. If I knew the way home, I'd follow the No, my sister, I keep your letters by my bedside, and I think of you and I long and in December, pass it down at the table, sing an old song for the last time. If I knew the way home, I'd follow you down that road. If I knew the way home, I'd follow the road. If I knew the way home, I'd follow you down that road. If I knew the way home, I'd follow the
Thanks, guys.
It's a great song.
Thank you.
Is that a new one?
It's relatively new.
Yeah, they're all fairly new. We're in the midst of recording an album together, our first duo album. It's what we've been doing. We've been stuck at home for 5 months, and a lot of these songs are new. This last one, we're going to play one more. This is called "Old Friend." It's probably the only song that we've sort of written together in this last 5 months, and we finished it when we eventually got to leave our house and we were in our camper van a few weeks ago. It's called "Old Friend." A big thank you to you two for having us.
Our
We're
pleasure.
playing your
And
garden
also for
together.
having such a nice garden.
Yeah, very nice. Do you remember where it goes? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Calling out my name, are you around?
It's everywhere.
Well, while Christina and Alex were with us, we couldn't pass up the opportunity for a little jam together. So here it is, spontaneous and unrehearsed.
Okay. It's a song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times, come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times, come again no more. Let us pause in life's pleasures, count its many tears, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Hard times come again no more. It's a song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times, come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty and pleasure bright and gay, there are pale forms fading at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks to say, hard times come again no more. Oh, it's a song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times, come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. There's a pale drooping maiden who toils her life away, whose weary heart better days are o'er. Although her voice should be merry, she's sighing all the day. Hard times come again no more. Oh, it's a song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times, come again no more. Days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, it's the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times, come again no more. Days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more. Yeah.
One,
Leaving a railroad train. I'm leaving a railroad train. No, I love you and God knows I do. Leaving a railroad train. Sail the ocean. I'll sail the ocean blue. bonny blue eyes. Goodbye, my bonny blue eyes. I'll see you again, God only knows when. Goodbye, my bonny. Goodbye, my bonny blue eyes. Goodbye, my bonny blue eyes. I'll see you again, God only knows when. Goodbye, my bonny blue eyes.
Thanks, Christina and Alex, for that lovely set, and it was great having a sing with you at the end there. Thanks everyone for watching, and that brings to a close our little Broadroots programme for Folkies 2020.